Why, hello there, I'm Professor Joel, and welcome to another episode of Planet Scrappy Reviews. This is my final Scrappy-Doo episode for a bit. I will be returning to my regular Scooby-Doo content starting next week, where I will begin reviewing the new Scooby-Doo movies from 1971. And I just took some time off for the summer, which I enjoyed. And this is my final episode that I'm putting out about Scrappy for a bit. And this episode is The Swamp Witch. And it is the second part of the 6th episode of the Richie Rich / Scooby Doo Show, and it originally aired on December 13th, 1980. I was excited to watch this episode, as with the name Swamp Witch, I was sure Scooby-Doo was going to return to his spookier roots. Also, there's a channel that I enjoy quite a bit. It's called All About Scooby-Doo and More, where they do a lot of top 10 episodes or top villain episodes, or just a lot of great video content about Scooby-Doo and related cartoons. And this was their favorite villain of this season. But will I enjoy this episode? Let's find out. The episode begins with a close-up shot of a witch who is cooking up some frog leg stew. She summons a globby, some sort of distorted troll-looking ghost, who is not a fan of the frog leg stew. The witch realizes she left out the frog legs, so she summons Globby to find someone she can turn into a frog.
Rig-a-ma-rag-a-ma-roo! I'm cooking a frog leg stew! Rig-a-ma-rag-a-ma-ree! Would anyone care to join me? Aha! You're just in time, Globby! Of course! I left out the frog's legs. Oh, drat! The frog store is closed! Go fetch me someone to turn into a frog!
Out on the swamp, Scooby and Shaggy and Scrappy are out in a boat. Shaggy finds it a bit too creepy and scary, so they start to head back to civilization. Unfortunately, they are lost. Trying to figure out which way they should go, Shaggy flips a coin, but Globby shows up and steals the coin, so Scrappy chases after him, and Scooby and Shaggy take chase too until they end up at the witch's house. The witch nets Scrappy and zaps the door shut so Scooby and Shaggy cannot escape. The witch then sicks Globby on the gang, who chases them about the house.
A witch! A witch? Aha! Now that's more like it!
Let's get out of here!
The witch then soon calls out the gang as she states she just invited them for supper. Scooby and Shaggy and Scrappy fall for her trick, and the witch takes chase again and zaps away at the gang with her wand until she finally turns Shaggy into a frog.
Ha-ha! You missed!
Ha-ha! You missed! Read it. Zoinks! Read it.
Scrappy then disguises himself as a wand inspector from the Better Gnomes and Goblin Association, which is a take on the Better Homes and Garden Association. Scrappy then zaps Shaggy to his human form, and our trio then escape on the witch's broom.
Good evening, ma'am. We're from the local Better Gnomes and Goblin Association. We're here to inspect your magic wand for defects. Boggity, boggity, baggy. Turn back into Shaggy.
But that's...
Like, whoa!
Looks like we'll have to settle for a TV dinner, Globby.
With another adventure over with, Shaggy checks himself out in a pocket mirror, which deflects the witch's last spell and turns her into a frog. I give this episode a 5.5 out of 10. This one I enjoyed quite a bit. It gets a lower rating because I prefer the longer Scooby-Doo episodes with some mystery and some spookiness. But as far as like a 7-minute kiddie episode, this one was probably one of my favorites. The Swamp Witch is also funny and creepy at the same time, which I enjoyed. They gave her a lot of character. Globby, I didn't really care too much about Globby. He was okay. If all the Scooby or Scrappy episodes were like this from this season, I'd be a lot happier. Not that I hated the other episodes. I just, you know me, I like spooky. And this one had some great spookiness. It had some great gags. They had an actual kind of a story involved. And there was a bit of supernatural in this. And I like that quite a bit. Like I mentioned in my intro, this is my last Scrappy episode for a few months. I will be returning again to these Scrappy episodes in and out. I'll weave them in and out. These quick ones as I continue with my Scooby-Doo reviews. And when I need little breaks, I'll just throw in some Scrappy episodes. Anyway, next week, like I said, I will be starting my new Scooby-Doo movie reviews, so I'm excited for that. We'll be doing the first episode, which involves the Three Stooges. Anyway, until next week, stay spooky.
Looks like we'll have to settle for a TV dinner, Globby.